Good afternoon and welcome to KG5 for round 14 SFLW action as the Kingborough Tigers take on the Glenorchy Magpies here. Just about ready to get underway. The Tigers, of course, will enter this one as warm favourites. Magpies will be looking for some improvement on last time, see if they can find a couple of goals and be more competitive this time around. But a tall order up against this very strong Kingborough side who are very much in the premiership race this season as we're underway. Will be Perry King trying to get the Tigers forward here early on. Ball spills out to space. Lockley out after that one. Able to gather and turn inside and lofts a high kick in the Mitchell direction. Molly Mitchell gathering it, turning, fires, but her shot was well blocked away. That was nicely done there by Holika. Cleared by Barwick up towards the middle of the ground. Trying to get free is Perry King. In the end, the umpire's whistle sounds. Ball tossed up. Penetrating kick forward here for the Tigers. Bailey trying to win the hard ball there. Davis, some defensive work, might fall from Mitchell. Mitchell heaves the handball back inside. Kick cleared away. Mitchell out after this one again. Mitchell does well, brings down Stevanovic and wins the free kick. And plays on immediately. Mitchell squaring ball, couldn't find a target. Pressure being applied though. King working, lays the tackle. Sakina flicked it back, getting the kick away was Waller, but it's nicely intercepted back there by Bird. So Bird heads wide. With Wogo, nimble and sends it inside, forward 50. Good delivery, found a marking target in the form of Ryan. Ryan drives it to Bailey, who takes the contested mark and will go back for her sides first.
Great kick there by Ryan into Bailey.
So the prolific Georgie Bailey to get things going here for the Tigers. And she nails her first of the afternoon. So Kingborough off and running here. And lead this one 6-0 early doors.
Promising signs, at least the Glenorchy defence were trying to hold out quite well. Just a shout out, 50 games for Shakayla Yaram and Stacey Schultz today, 50 games as well, so congratulations to them. Hopefully it'll be a good game for them.
Yeah, running out, getting the acknowledgement pre-game, that duo. It's going to be a tough afternoon up against this red-hot Tigers outfit, but a couple of important players there. Stacey Schultz having a really good season, in particular for the Magpies. She's going to need to get her hands on the football. So they're going to stay competitive in this one, as will Bree Barwick, trying to win this one, along with Sokolski out of the middle. Barwick gets a kick forward. Trying to get something going here. Chance for Schultz here to apply some pressure. But Adwogo just bursts away from her, drives it down the line. Worked forward there by Wall, just went cleverly off the ground. Sokolski burrowing in after that one, as was teammate there. It'll be tossed up on the wing. So, umpire delays, and in the end, says toss it up once more. Good tackle from Perry King. Spilled out for Baldwin, launches it in the direction half forward line. Some nice work from Beck. The dangerous Molly Mitchell there, opposed to her is Adams. Kick cleared up towards Yarran. And out of there by Barwick. Only so far, though, is Baldwin, who pumps it right back towards the half-forward line, and Beck. She'll leave it for Molly Mitchell. Mitchell bending it back towards the dangerous area. Working towards the football is Holly Ryan. Took it in stride, snapped around the corner, and kicked a wonderful goal, Holly Ryan. So she's got an assist and a goal early on in this one. And the Tigers have their second.
Great left foot snap there by Holly Ryan. And great play again. Baldwin on the wing here. Beautiful sidestep to get it forward. Going well.
So, Tigers leading this one by 12 points early on. Comfortable victors last time the two met. One down. Tigers will go forward again. Mitchell been involved in everything forward of centre thus far and gets another possession here. Sets a high ball up in the Bailey direction. Seen away from her. Lockley and Sakina applying some pressure. Cleared away there. It's either Liliana Fine or Emmeline Toto. We'll have to get clarification on that one after. A couple of non-numbered players in the selecting outfit. No number 14, so I'll track that one down. Apologies who's at home on that one. As the Magpies try get something going off half-back here. Searching ball. Almost found its way through to Kay. Kay did well in the contest. Released the handball nicely. Got it over the top to Stevenson. Stevenson forward of centre, but shut down there. Pretty well done in defence by Taylor Crack. Now with Dwogo, pressured by Appleby. Dwogo able to shrug her attentions and clear the ball away. It's up towards the wing. Schultz. Great work from Schultz to get to Sokolsky, and Sokolsky found a marking target at half forward in the form of Matilda Kay. She, in turn, just guides a nice ball short to Sophie Smith. There's some good foot skills here from the Magpies. Can it lead to a goal-scoring opportunity? They need to find another mark inside 450 here. Smith heads wide. Breaks back in. That's going to be a certain goal. Running onto it is Kay. And the Magpies break through and get a goal. Reward for some really good ball use down the wing. And Kay just read the ball. I think the Kingborough defence thought it was going to bounce left and go out of play. It broke right, and Kay seizes the chance.
It was good ball use. They kept possession, a couple of marks, and kept the ball off Kingborough. And then you get a lucky bounce, but that's okay. Kay comes in and kicks the goal.
They were shut off the goal-scoring column last time these sides met, so that's a welcome start for them. They'll be happy to have that one, and it's been a good start here. They're huge underdogs, there's no doubt about it, but just looking to be competitive, and they've battled well early on in this one, so some positive signs for the Magpies, but they're going to have some defending to do here as Eggers wins it out of the middle, heads down towards Lockley. Tracking it is Taupo Mehu. Some nice work done there by Beck, and her kick is just plucked by Bailey. They're just the dominant force, full forward for this Tigers outfit. Has been kicking goals for fun this season. She has two on the board early on here and answers back in a hurry. The Tigers restore their 12-point buffer.
Was a good kick by Beck. She did see that Bailey was playing behind, kicked it over the top. Good mark, and 2 goals already for Bailey.
Back into the middle. One down by Devine. The Magpies trying to get something going back the other way here. Cracking in after it was Kay, their goal scorer, but he'll be able to escape there. So wide ball, Michael first to the football. Paddles it on. Schultz with some good body work though. Made the Shepherd. Crack able to clear it away. Tigers will look, get something going forwards between a couple of pairs of legs, and some strength was shown there from Beck. Worked it over the top to a running Mitchell. Mitchell down towards power forward there and Bailey. Beck, she's sent tumbling and holding the footy's the call. So Bird will get the free kick. Deep in defence for the Magpies and immediately heads wide with it. Picks up some steam and trickles out of play between the arcs, so that'll be Tigers ball. Prominent Perry King. That one just about bent back in play. Searching there for Ryan. Oh, the elevator door slammed shut there on Fine.
Oh, she put the ball down 50 metres.
Yeah, that's going to be a gift for Perry King. They will go back and kick from the goal square and surely extend her side's lead to 18 points.
It's a tough rule, that, but you either hand the ball back or you just leave it as it is. Don't put the ball down.
So, no mistake made by Perry King. Put that one in the book the moment the 50 was marked out for a player of her calibre. Was not going to miss that one. And the Tigers get their fourth straight. They lead this one by 18 points. Just a brain fade there, giving the 50-metre penalty. Just an experienced player making an experienced mistake, really.
Yeah, exactly. They all know you either just hand it back or, just don't put it on the ground.
So back to the middle. An 18-point lead the way of the Tigers. Nicely done out of the middle there. Schultz lurking here. Just toes it to her own advantage. Gathers the football. Worked it back to Appleby. Oh, just hung it near side. It was nearly a goal. Not far away. And Appleby, who started that move out of the middle to begin with. The Magpies showing a threat when they have been able to go forwards here. That one is smothered by Matilda Kay. Tumbles out there. It's Molly Mitchell. Who scraps away with Sokolski and they find a draw. Sokolski got taken high there. She'll get the free kick. Through the hands of Fine. Duogo bursting away with it. Just got her kick away in time. Now towards the wing. Oh dear. That's bad news for the Tigers. That's a hamstring for Perry King. And that is not what they want to see a month out from finals. Their star, Perry King, well, she stayed on the ground, but that looked like a pretty clear hamstring pull.
I'd say the way she's grabbing at it, that's definitely a hamstring.
So disaster for the Tigers. Meanwhile, the Magpies go inside forward 50. Ball wouldn't quite sit for Schultz. Some good pressure. Here's Barwick. Was taken there without the football. Oh, should have got a free kick there, Brie Barwick. Very unfortunate.
I'd say she's never had a hamstring before because she's wanting to stay out there.
She's an experienced player, former AFLW player, so maybe just had a lucky career, but yeah, that just looked the way she pulled up clutching at it and has been unable to walk since. So big potential blow there. Hopefully not a bad one for the Tigers stake and only a couple of week type deal. She's a player they need come finals if they're going to win the flag. Well, the stars of the competition, best players in the state is Barry King. So that's very unfortunate, but yeah. To be a pretty clear hamstring strain, that. So the action continuing as Schultz flies for this one, spills out the back for Baldwin. Baldwin heading wide, too wide. They'll drift out of bounds on the full. So sending it forward is Stevanovic towards a contest, slap down. Appleby stripped of the football. Diving in, Barwick. She's locked up immediately. And Sakina. Appleby holding that one in there. Appleby gets the better of Devine. Michael's kick floats into the arms of Barwick. Brie Barwick launches it forward here for the Magpies. It's a good ball too. Found the marking target in the form of Kay. She's kicked one already. This one probably too far out to score, but it isn't wide open goal square. It was initially. Tigers form of Tess Waller getting back to cover off on it. Spoils it out of play. Appleby. Want it down to Kay. Perhaps some high contact there on fine, not called. Appleby won it down again. Locked in by McKee. Devine this time. Barwick doing a good job locking it inside forward 50 at the moment. The Magpies. Schultz. The kick shut down. Another good tackle laid there, and it fell the way of Booth, who lofts it forward, but Dwogo tracks the football and takes the relieving mark deep in defence. Here towards the final minute.
Perry King's just tried to do a bit of a run along the boundary. It still doesn't look real good.
Yeah, I'd say her afternoon is done. As this one's kicked up towards the middle of the ground. Just putting the ball back, but again, Michael this time takes the relieving mark. And the Tigers have coughed it up though. Again, Michael makes a crucial tackle. Booth had 3 to beat. Couldn't quite burst on through. So, wide kick there. Magpies with numbers to the football. First to it is Stevenson, but she's wrapped up and shoved there by Sakina. Gave away a free kick to Barwick in the process. So Barwick. Long ball. Fine, couldn't quite take the mark. Here's Mitchell, but the siren is going to beat the Tigers before they can generate a score. And that ends the first quarter. Kingborough 4 straight 24, leading Glenorchy 1-1-7, 17 points to the lead. Tigers doing it fairly comfortably, but the Magpies showing some good fight in the last 5 minutes there of that quarter. Really had the ball locked inside 450.
They're showing a bit of grit, the Glenorchy Magpies. They're not doing too bad considering the massive difference that between these two teams. Look, yeah, they're going quite well. Matilda Kay's kicked the goal for the Magpies. Appleby's done well when she's been in the ruck. Sikowski's had a good start. And then you got the Kingborough girls, Odwago, Lindsay Beck started quite well. Molly Mitchell and obviously Georgie Barty with those couple of goals.
That's quarter time here at KG5. The only blemish really for Kingborough thus far, a hamstring injury for Perry King. So her afternoon is done. And hopefully not a long-term one with finals a month away. But we'll be back shortly with quarter number 2. Oh, the elevator doors slammed shut
Put
there.
the ball down.
So, no mistake made by Perry King. Sikolski got taken high there. She'll get the free kick. Barwick launches it forward here for the Magpies. It's a good ball too. Found the marking target in the form.
But you ain't seen nothing yet. Oh, we're just getting started. Oh, we're just getting started. Southbound for the border, somewhere no one knows our names. But I know when I hold you, I'ma love you till the grave. Oh, we're just getting started. We're just getting started. Taking the sunset in old Mexico, running and loving our way down the coast. Nothing to lose, 'cause with you I am home. Here we go. Oh, we're just getting started. Oh, we're just getting started. We're just getting started. We're just getting started. Ooh, that sugar sweet, you got what I need. Sipping on the potion, all that good emotion, just my kind of heat. Keep it on repeat, destined by the potion, loving this devotion. Live it up, sweet emotion. Every time, every night, you and I on a roll. Switch it up, switch it up, switch it up where I'm going. Stay on the fly, just in time, know the right way to go. I'm on the road, it's my time, taking control of my life. I want to run the red lights, I've got to run this show. You always take me so high, you always make the highlights. I love the way we vibe, you're like a centerfold. Ooh, that sugar sweet, you got what I need. Sipping on the potion, all that good emotion, just my kind of heat. Keep it on repeat, destined by the potion, loving this devotion. Ooh, that sugar. All I want is satisfaction.
So back for the second quarter here at KG5. It's a 17-point lead the way of the visitors. I think the Magpies will be relatively happy with the endeavour they showed in that first term. Given that last time the sides met, it was 101 point thumping, 102-1 last time they met just a month or so ago. Decent fight so far, but Tigers have looked pretty sharp outfit when they have gone forward, and they'll go forward again early on here. Ryan, a goal and an assist early in this one, and might have another set up here as Bailey tries to reel it in, but Bird did a nice job just to see it away from it. So confirmation Perry King's evening is done. Hamstring, which unfortunately surely placed her finals campaign in jeopardy for the Tigers. Quite dejected as she hobbled off during the quarter-time break. Probably to go get some ice on that one, I would imagine. Blow for the Tigers there. Star, former AFLW player.
Yeah, very upset when she left the field.
One of the very best in the business. That's a really good tackle there from Taylor Crack. She wins the free kick. So Crack hits the moving. Wide to Holly Ryan. Ryan back inside to Lockley. Lockley. Oh, Mitchell juggled it. Couldn't quite complete the transaction. Yeah, ball up inside. Forward 50 for the Tigers. Trying to bust on through Abrahams. Bailey out after this one. Crack stride for stride with her. One down by Appleby. Bird gets it, but her kick is well smothered. Nice work there from Lockley. Locking it in. Schultz burrowing in after it and follows up. Shrugs free, got the handball away. High ball from Davis. Tumbles out the back and just kept in there. As Sakina forces it forward, breaking it up with Sokolski. Schultz goes in, clears the vicinity. But Edwogo read it nicely. She's done some good work behind the ball early in this one, Priscilla Edwogo. She'll fire them inside forward 50 here. Beck couldn't quite juggle the mark, follows up at ground level, gets the hands free and got some high contact, so she'll get a free kick to boot. You got Lindsay Beck. This will test her. Kick from about 35 out. Gives it a thump.
Jeez.
Just offline, carried the distance, no problem. Just lacking the accuracy. So the Tigers extend their lead to 19 points.
Distance wasn't a worry at all.
Good contact. This Bird has to blast this one out of 50. Skolsky and Schultz there. Cleared wide. First to it will be Crack. Handball at the back. Abrahams did well, got it to a Dwogo. Dwogo just gets a piece on it, toes it forward towards Sakina. Barwick just looking to shepherd her out of the play. Salpe Mahu. The tackle, and in the end a free kick goes the way of a Dwogo. Sets it up inside the forward 50. Bailey was there. Bird with a goal-saving tackle. Davis pressured from behind. Mitchell lurking dangerously. So too Bailey just goes off the deck, but through for another behind. So the Magpies pinned deep in their own defence in the opening 5 minutes of this quarter. The Tigers doing all the attacking, but no goal to show for it thus far. Sikorsky the target of this kick, but it just floats too far over her head and out of play. So the Tigers will get the chance to send it back in. In via the boot of Dalco. Beck did ever so well to win the ball. Spring free. Handball across to Ryan, and Ryan snaps truly. A nice finish there from Holly Ryan, but credit Lindsay Beck in the build-up. Some wonderful work to win that ball and set up the chance.
Oh, most definitely. Beck, great play there. Jostled for the mark and then worked hard on the ball. Handballed over the top to Holly Ryan. Beautiful stuff.
So they'll extend their lead to 26 points with that one. Been dominating this quarter inside forward 50 and get a goal to show for it there. Asserting their authority on this one. Abrahams won it down. Schultz with a good tackle in game number 50. Barwick likewise, but the Tigers able to release a couple of handballs. Molly Mitchell. Magpies win it back. Chip kick finds Baldwin though. And Baldwin will just blast the Tigers forward once again. It's Alpha May who clears it wide. She'll receive again here. She's got trouble low. Tries to shrug the tackle of Eggers. Couldn't do so. Free kick to the Tigers. Eggers sets it up. It's a nice relieving mark taken though. Deep in defence by Yaron. Another one of those in game number 50. Magpies look to build through the middle here, but it's broken up by Dwogo. Dalco stripped of the football, and Dwogo tries to bust through a couple of tackles. Receives the handball again, and it might open up here. Lockley had a fumble. Dwogo on once again. Bends one around the corner inside forward 50. Under pressure there was Adams. And it fell the way of Beck. Beck gets a shot off. It's drifting goalward. Bailey down there. Bird did well in defence. In the end, through for a minor score. So, Jamie Lee Bird lofting it high, but Dwogo breaking it up once again, and Sends them deep inside 50 through the hands of Bird. Might be some trouble here. The Tigers looking dangerous. Ryan snapping around the corner for another one. Just offline. She's a threat, Holly Ryan. Crafty player inside that forward 50. Magpies heading wide. Force forward there. Tigers able to win it back. Here's Ella Wall. And the boundary line wins out. Tossed back into play. So 28 points the lead for the Tigers here in this one. 5-5 to 1-1. Back in and one down. Just worked out the back, an opportunity here for Sakina. Back towards Lockley, under some pressure. Lockley just powers into space. Getting the kick away was Abrahams. That was shut down. Cleared into space, just eluded the presence of Toto. In the end, concedes a free kick. It's going to be Adwogo's ball. Half forward.
She need to be best player on the ground.
Yeah,
Adwogo.
She's been impressive, hasn't she? Just chopping off everything behind the football at the moment. That kick, not her best though. Straight to Rihanna Davis.
It's my first mock
Those malls.
curse.
So Davis lifting it wide. Eggers. Handball back to Crack, and she's escorted across the line. Schultz sends it forward. Chaotic bouncer. Players crashing in there, trying to escape as McKee, but she's caught. Umpire sauce it up. No, free kick in the end. Other umpire signalled holding the ball. Gives it Getz.
Yeah,
Okay,
gave the call for too high.
Interesting. McKee. All eludes Devine. Hurried forward, but Davis there to chop it off once again. Driving kick out of defence. They'll elude all comers, and that'll be Tigers' ball. Adwogo can take back over. So Adwogo finds a marking target at half forward in the form of Ella Wall. Wall with the little set-up kick. Searching there was Mitchell sliding in. Couldn't complete the mark, and Abrahams is lurking as Beck locks it in. Devine won it down. Eggers to Lockley. Lockley tumbles one in the Ryan direction. Tried her best to keep it in, but couldn't quite do so. Ball just eluding Davis. Wogo again, she's been busy. Devine's kick, the centering ball. Pressure came from Molly Mitchell. Forced the turnover, one back by Nyhus, who sends it Bailey direction. Playing ahead of her nicely was Bird, who intercepts and smashes it out of defence. Michael should be first to the fall of the ball. Takes a side step.
Oh.
Uses Nyhus again. That's good ball use to find Lindsay Beck.
Beautiful sidestepping.
Beck sets it up in the Ryan direction. Bird got hands to it, but punches straight to the waiting Ryan. Now Georgie Bailey out the back, goes off the deck, but couldn't quite direct it. It's through for a behind. Lockley arriving to apply some pressure. Kick was searching for Booth, couldn't quite find her. One back by the Tigers here. Baldwin spied. Beck in some space on the paint of 50. Headed there. Beck drives it inside 50 once more. Mitchell applying the pressure. Stripped the football off the deck. Goes Yaron. Nyhus gathering. And in the end, Yaron following up. Gathered by Burns. Back inside, trying to get under a spell there, Stevenson. An opportunity now for Ryan. Ryan pumps it deep, looking for Bailey. Bird just got over the shoulder, trying to defend her, and Bailey will go back and kick. Lofty is for her, a very gettable goal.
Yeah, just in the wrong spot there. Went over the top of the shoulder.
So the prolific Georgie Bailey goes back and misses. So 5 goals, 7 now. The Tigers doing all the attacking this quarter. They lead at 30 points. Bird's kick, couldn't quite find Booth. Beck, been prolific at half forward so far this evening. Couldn't bring this one under a spell though. But Wogo with some good body work. Halika got boot to ball first though. Tossed up. Attacking side of the square here. For the Tigers. Devine and Appleby. Appleby won it down. Eggers first to the ball. He's Mitchell. Works their way to the football. Curls one in the Ryan direction. Chaotic bounce. Favoured Nyhus. Got it to Beck. Beck brought down by a great tackle from Davis. Standing strong there, Ariana Davis. Cleared away by Halika. It's going to come right back at them though. In the Bailey direction, who takes it on the bounce and snaps it wide of the mark. The kick didn't match the build-up. She took it cleanly. Got boot to ball, but just not the direction.
Oh, it's a beautiful pickup. Beautiful pickup.
Snaffled it. The Magpies' defence has been absolutely under siege here in quarter number 2. Been locked in there. Wogo pressing up the ground again, but this time winning the ball back is Booth, who turns a kick around the corner and eludes Booth and bounces up towards Toto, who follows up with a good effort. It's a tested situation here. Trying to make it work. Burns couldn't quite. Umpire calls for the ball. Appleby rises high, wins it down. Ground level Appleby forcing a throw. Appleby again as a hit out. Translate to a clearance though. Sakina couldn't gather. Booth trying to skip free. And the handball at the back to Stevanovic. She has the ball locked to her by Molly Mitchell. Tigers getting plenty of work in the last few minutes here. Appleby doing pretty well against Devine in that regard, but Michael able to get it across to Waller. Waller sends it inside towards Ryan, took it cleanly and then sends it high for Bailey. Didn't get enough purchase on the kick though, allows Davis to slide in. Intercept, shares it with Bird, who looks to have a dash. Shows her wheels and then thumps a kick up towards the middle of the ground. Baldwin chops it off for the Tigers though, drives it back in the Ryan direction, sliding. Ooh. Schultz gets right in the back. Well, we have a free kick. We'll go the way of Beck. So Beck, final 90 seconds of the half. Just with a set-up ball in the direction of Ryan, seen away from her, but the umpire blows the other way this time, says Ryan was the one doing the infringing. Sliding into mark is Holika. Gets it moving quickly over the top, but just dropping the mark. Appleby has to now fight for it at ground level. Devine beat her to it though. Got the kick inside, forward 50 towards Ryan, turns onto the left, sets it up. Spoiled away from Mitchell, follows up with a second effort, but has it locked to her. One down over the line, final 40 seconds of the quarter. And Appleby bounces ahead of both rucks. That might be a hold to Appleby, indeed it is. So one good kick here should see them able to hold out without any further damage to the score. In this half, she'll kick it up towards the paint of 50. Devine and Edwogo were there, falls the way of Michael. Much purchase on that kick. It'll trickle across the line, and that will do us for the first half here at KG5. So just the one goal added to the score there for the Tigers. 1 goal, 7 for the quarter for the Tigers. The ball lived inside their forward 50, but the Magpies, you'd have to say, would probably be pretty happy to have only conceded 13 points considering the entire quarter was paid down that end.
So true. Not at one inside 50 for Glenorchy that quarter, and their defence held up fairly reasonable. And 1 goal, 7, a lot of the shots only just missed, but they're trying their best. They're doing under the circumstances. Yeah,
look, they've had a couple of heavy defeats to this opponent this year, and they're showing improvement in this one. That would have been the aim. They're defending well. They're holding out there. They're showing some fight. I think they'd be pretty happy with how that first half has gone, all things considered. Look,
only 30 points down, and it could have probably been a lot worse. So, and they can go in there at halftime and say, look, the defence is holding up as best they can. Appleby's doing well in the ruck, and Rhiannon Davis, and there was Jamie Lee Bird. They've been doing well down defence as best they can. But it gets up to the back line up here, or the halfway up the ground, and Dwago's just, she's been killing it. She big BOG, and Lindsay Beck's definitely the hardest one to control in the forward line as well for Kingborough.
So 5 goals to lead for the Tigers at half-time. We'll be back shortly with the second half at KG5. It's Kingborough at 5-7-37, leading Glenorchy 1-1-7.
Wherever cancer is, we are. We are the supporters, preventers, researchers and advocates, leading Australia to a future without cancer. Every day, we're finding new and better ways to offer services, share knowledge, and bring hope to Australians everywhere, because cancer affects us all. We're here to listen and care for people, however they need us, whenever they need us, through any type of cancer at any stage of the journey. Every day, we are supporting world-class researchers, empowering them to dream big and make the impossible possible. Together, we're pushing boundaries, unlocking the answers to understand, prevent and treat cancer. We're improving the lives of those living with it, and even getting close to eliminating some cancers altogether. You may not see us, but we're here, in schools and people's homes, on the beach, at work and on the streets, helping millions of Australians cut their risk and detect cancer sooner. We know that 1 in 3 cancers can be avoided, so we're out there preventing as many as we can. You may not hear us, but our voice is loud. Every day, we're using it to advocate, change laws and drive policies, to reduce cancer risks and improve cancer care, to break ground and speak for the community in places where they're not always heard. Every day, we're closer to a future without cancer. And as a charity, we rely on Australia's biggest hearts to help us get there faster.
Blunston's been building hard-working boots for over 150 years. The tougher you need them, the tougher we build them, giving you advanced protection and all-day comfort. After all, you never stand still, so neither do we. Blunston, building the future.
Oh, you mean the jam and cream? Good stuff.
Go! And one for you as well. Got it.
Original glazed. Classic.
At Banjo's, we speak donuts. Introducing our new range of flavours. Now there's one for everyone. Banjo's, making donuts better.
On the mark, follows up at ground level, gets the hands free and pressured from behind. Mitchell lurking dangerously, so too Bailey just goes off the deck, but through for another behind. In via the boot of Dalco. Beck did ever so well to win the ball, spring free, handball across to Ryan, and Ryan snaps truly. A nice finish there. Ball with the ball. Takes a side step. Uses a nice use again. That's good ball use to find on hands to it, but punches straight to the waiting Ryan. Now Georgie Bailey out the back, goes off the deck, but couldn't quite direct it. It's through for a behind. Opportunity now for Ryan. Ryan pumps it deep, looking for Bailey. Bird just got over the shoulder, trying to defender, and Bailey will go back and kick. So the prolific Georgie Bailey goes back. The Bailey direction, who takes it on the bounce and snaps it wide of the mark. The kick didn't match the build-up. She took it cleanly. Got boot to ball. Couldn't gather. Booth trying to skip freeze. And the handball out the back to Stevanovic. She has the ball locked to her by Molly Mitchell.
And then all these cars are parked out across the geez, it must be a good game. In terms of reviews, I think,
No, it's not the biggest game.
yeah. Well, for Tassie, yeah.
You still play cricket? Not proper cricket. Indoor? No. There's indoor.
So the issue with that, though, is that I am very much, when it comes to batting, a test match batsman. I am
I can see that,
the
yeah.
strike rate. Rahul Dravid was my favourite batsman growing up. And I modeled my game on him. A rock solid defence, and waiting for the shit ball.
I'm not going to be messing with you then.
And indoor cricket, like my entire scoring region is cover drives and cut shots, which are fucking useless.
Boring.
I got a lovely cover drive, but it's people sit there going like this, get rewarded, and I'll play these beautiful cover drives and get no reward. Lovely late cut for one.
Jabbing into the ground, up to the top of the ground.
Rock solid forward defence, which is, again, no good. So no, I'm no good.
See, as a bowler, I'd be happy to foul ball. I wouldn't kick you out, but you know, at least not score a run. You're not getting me back over the end. And then I bowl. That's why I bowl. That's double wide. The big guy used to love playing against him. He was a bowl against him. Pitch. He was rock solid as well. And when it was just a pitch on the leg and he was off, and he just wouldn't let it rattle. That's a new ball, the repertoire I'm working out.
6 hours and 42.
Mate,
Batting for a draw.
the only game
Batting for a draw. We were never going to win. So I was like, well, okay. And then like every other bastard was going out playing stupid shots. And I well, I'm going to try and get some chicken out for us. There's still 2 hours left. We're not going to make it. The number 10 or 11 absolute numbers. Everyone else has got out. Fuck you. Trying to play my first aggressive shot of the day. Should have just got the red ink instead.
I'm my old from my figures and played the one right there and you know, you say, oh, yeah, I scored 43 and then that's alright and then you got the yeah, that was at 40 overs. Oh,
Mate, I scored over 36 ball done. Some of these How was that? They got the private boundary.
Ooh, that sugar sweet, you got what I need. Sipping on the potion, all that good emotion. Just my kind of hit, keep it on repeat. That's the motion, loving this devotion. Every time, every night, you and I on the road. Switch it up, where I'm going. Stay on the fly, just in time, know the right way to go. I'm on the road, this magic, taking control of my life. I want to run the red lights, I got to run this show. You always take me so high.
So back for the second half here at KG5. Round 14 SFL football. It is Kingborough Tigers and the Glenorchy Magpies battling it out here. The Tigers with a 30-point lead after the first half. Going to extend that here in the second. The Magpies will see if they can find themselves a second goal and keep the margin down after a couple of heavy defeats in the earlier matches against them this season. They'd be pretty happy with the first half. See if they can keep holding out defensively in this second stanza as Devine turned into a bit of trouble. Got a kick away though. Eggers went off the deck, couldn't get it. Mitchell lofting it forward. The bounce favours Bailey attacking the football. Just lost their handle on it. Barwick pressuring and clears the area only so far as Baldwin. Baldwin on the run with a flying launch. Abrahams trying to reel it in and just gets into the back of her opponent there, and that will provide the relieving free kick. We have Davis. He punches a flat one straight down the throat of Ella Wall. The kick Davis was after there, so Wall, the leads begin to present. Just a bit too much on that one and gives it right back to Davis. Davis heads wide. The short passes, and the Magpies just controlling the football out of the back half here. Devine looking for Sakina, but Barwick broke it up. Good hands there from Adams, but they've lost the football, and the Tigers send it forward. That's a strong mark taken by Lindsay Beck, who's been dominating up around the 450 arc so far this evening. Goes looking for Bailey, but she's just caught behind Bird, who has had a good game back there for the Magpies. Good first half from her. Looks to drive this one on the outer side again and used it nicely to find Adams. Adams lifts it further afield. Nicely done there from Halika. The kick not quite matching the build-up, however, and they turn it over here. So Crack gets herself into trouble there with an errant bounce, but manages to work her way through it and finds the Dwogo on centre wing. There's a player on over the top in the form of Dalco. Gets it moving quickly, looking for Bailey, trying to work her way to the front. Bird did well just to break it up. And the Bird clears the area. And got a pretty good bounce too. Bounces away from the line, stays in play. The numbers favour the Tigers though. Dwogo was the spare out the back, and she's used and punches one down to Lockley. So Lockley has that one intercepted back there by Davis. Cleared away. Schultz rising in the pack. Schultz trying to work her way out of this one, but it'll be locked in there. Tackle from Sakina. The kick release, that won't be 15, so no mark for Tato.
High tackle, high contact.
So it definitely wasn't 15 metres.
It definitely wasn't 15.
She's been given the free kick though, uses it pretty well. They head wide and an opportunity for Halika to try and get something going. Shut down, fell the way of Eggers. Her kick intercepted by Schultz. So in game number 50, Stacey Schultz spreads it wide, some pretty nice vision there. Just shared it with Davis, and Davis will try and link up with Adams. Well, Booth, rather, who took it in stride and sends it forward. That's great ball use from the Magpies. Appleby getting on the end of it, and she drives one inside. Not quite the mark. Appleby gets Booth to ball again. Shut down. They're pressing here. The Magpies can. Barwick get something going. She works it back towards goals, but it never quite had the line for a behind.
We can at least say with the inside 50s that Glenorchy have had, they've scored pretty much nearly every time they've gone in.
They've looked a threat when they've got it down there. They did a good job in the first quarter of locking it in, having a decent little spell late in quarter number one. They'll see if they can do that again here. They've just allowed slightly easier exit on this occasion, though. No one's standing Michael, but they're set up to defend this kick, and Schultz does that. Works it back around there to Halika. Halika's kick will elude Michael. Buffered off the football was Chappell. Clearing the area with Wogo, but cleared it straight to Halika, who'll send them back in again. Appleby charges off to the goal square. It'll take a few kicks to get to her, but it's out the back if Barwick can find her. Good purchase on that one,
That's
and that
good.
does indeed find her. Nicely done, Barwick.
Good play, good play. Got it back in there as quick as they could.
Appleby just set herself up in a dangerous area in the goal square and then charged off to give Barwick the lead. Can she kick her side second? She tugs it near side and misses. So let off there for the Tigers. 28 points the margin. But, both behinds, the only additions to the scores this quarter have been Glenorchy Magpies behinds.
And that's what the coach probably would have been saying at half time. Just try and outscore them in the game. We might not be able to win it, but just try and outscore them for the rest of the game.
And so far this quarter is Tigers drive it out of defence here. Working up again. Schultz forces it forward. Barwick couldn't quite take it. It was well defended by Crack. Towards the middle of the ground, and Mitchell forces a stoppage. Turning away there, Baldwin. Mitchell gathered, then just a little slip out of her hands. Talco was there. Barwick trying to work her way to the football under pressure as Barwick dives on top, gets up, and then is immediately besieged by multiple Tigers. Devine wins it down. Halika controls the ball and heads wide with a kick. It's again shut down by Adwogo, though. Was looking for Sakina. Barwick did nicely. Won a good contest. Forced it forward. Waller just goes off the deck. She'll have to go again here and provide an option. Does so, but is immediately wrapped up by Sokolski. Sokolski. Ball to the outside to Booth. Booth tumbling ball looking for Appleby in a one-on-one with Michael. Michael flicks it out the back. Appleby goes off the deck and then looks to charge away here. Michael fighting on. Waller. Here's it up towards the middle of the ground. Bit of a slip. Might let Devine in. Sakina also there, but again repelled. Touch ball, so Schultz was able to lay the tackle. Booth forces it forward through the hands of Appleby. Still a dangerous opportunity here, but Adwogo's on hand to save the day. And she thumps it on out of there. But Booth again wins it back for the Magpies. Repeat entries. Will it lead to a goal in the drop mark, unfortunately, for the Magpies? And another stoppage. They're pushing hard here, Glenorchy.
They are. They're doing really well bringing it back in, repelling. So at the moment, just be good to get a goal.
Some reward for these inside 50s. Having the better of the third term at the moment. There might have been some high contact there on K, nothing doing. Sikulski working to the football. Schultz forcing away in there. Unable to win the ball. Dwogo trying to bust through the tackle of Sikulski, but unable to do so. But a good 10 minutes this from the Magpies, their best period of the match. And they get a second goal to show for it. Again, they force another stoppage. Repeat stoppages inside the 450 here. And it's the Tigers' defence with a lot of work to do. I don't think that ball's going to escape either. Schultz puts it on. Another tackle laid by Kay and another ball up. Must be about 8 in a row. Can anyone get a clearance here? Ooh, spills out the side of this contest. First to it will be Halika. Lifts her player under it. Schultz now able to force it forward. Appleby lays a strong tackle. Another forward 50 stoppage. The ball living inside their forward 50.
But now it's at least 25, 30 metres out, so it's a little bit closer. They've got a chance.
Getting closer. Can they get something here, or will the Tigers' defence hold on? They look like they're going to repel. Halika trying to bring it under a spell. Devine gets there. Schultz with a centering ball. Couldn't find a marking target, though. Crack on hand.
Kicking in danger.
And yet, it's going to be a free kick going the way of Emily Toto. Sorry, Liliana Fine. Can she find the second of the game? In the end, she waited too long and allowed the play on call to come, and Wogo to rush her and put her off the kick. Just took a little too long to consider the kick in the end. And they've been knocking on the door nearly this entire quarter, the Magpies. Can they get a goal to show for it? They deserve one for their efforts, but the Tigers' defence holding firm for the time being. Ryan wins it down. Michael tries to burst through, does so. Plays the 1-2, had Sakina over the top, got into trouble. She's stiff there. She got boot to ball, I reckon, Michael.
She did, but I suppose she tried to break the tackle, and yeah, sometimes they give a very hot decision.
I mean, she's dropped the ball onto a boot. I think that's a bit harsh anyway. The Magpies will try and take advantage and get something, but again, the Tigers' defence hold firm. Clear it away. Schultz has been the one winning the ball back at half forward time and time again, but she's just slipped up over the shoulder this time. And the Tigers now will try and advance the ball. There's no wind to speak of here, but and that's a great tackle. Anna Barwick saving the day back there. Wins it for her side. Wide for Burns. Burns stabs it short. Couldn't quite find Fine. This one might sit for Beck. Gathers. Spies Wall in some space. Heads there. Davis tears out after her. Arrives to apply some pressure. Davis with a good tackle. Mitchell gets on her bike, and in the end, did it very nicely. Molly Mitchell gets boot to ball and kicks a goal. Molly Mitchell with some real quality there. And the Tigers, having absorbed about 15 minutes worth of pressure, get the goals, the game's first goal of the second half.
But that hurts too, because I mean, Glenorchy have just been having it up their end for the whole time. It's gone down there, and unfortunately, Beck's got out in a little bit of the clear, gave it over to Mitchell, and a good running snap. And, all the hard work undone.
So, taking a while to come, but eventually we do get a second half goal. 34 points now, the lead for the Tigers. Their first score of the third term. How dominant they were in the first half, certainly a surprise. Will it spark a bit of a roll? Umpires spotted a hold there. It's going to go the way of Mitchell, who's going to have to get behind her mark before she's able to charge off towards the goals. Heads wide. Booth arriving on the scene. A very good quarter, Booth. That kick slacking a bit of direction, though. Straight to Molly Mitchell, who takes on Booth, just crashes straight through it. Rampaging Bull says, you're not going to be able to bring me down. The Magpies looking to get something going forward of centre. Scooped out into space here and trying to work it is Kay, who has her sides goal. Had nothing in 450 ahead of us, so just handballs her own advantage. In the end, a good one, because she got brought down afterwards and gets the free kick. He looked up and went, I'm going to have to do this myself, and handballed into grass because there was no one forward of her. Now there is. She looks up. Can she find one of them? Appleby's lurking down there. Appleby couldn't quite take it. Michael applying some pressure. They force another stoppage. It's been a quarter where they have threatened the Magpies, but just haven't been able to find the end product inside 450. Will it arrive this time? Sokolski gets boot to ball, won't have the journey. He'll be tossed up again. Right at the top of the goal square. 2.5 to play in the third quarter. The Magpies have deserved a goal for their work this quarter. Can they find it here? They'll find another stoppage. Appleby wins it down. Sakina. Barwick pressuring her. Good match up that one. Two guns going at it. Sakina's kick shut down. And ball flung out the back. Worked on by Wall. Barwick burrows in after it. Won the ball, then lost her footing though, and that allows Wall to climb on top and lock it in. Appleby goes unopposed, and the opposing ruckman waited down and had the hit out fall in her lap. Spinning ball, not a good one. Intercepted by Nyhughes, who just sets a high one up into the bullseye. In turn, he's turned over to Davis. Drives it down the middle, does Davis. Sokolski breaks it up. Schultz with a crunching tackle from behind. In the back, says the umpire. So we're leaving free kick away of Crack. Next to a contest. Nicely done there by Stevenson, but her kick is lacking some direction and chopped off by Adwogo. Adwogo heads wide. Eagers lurking. Stevenson does well. Shrugs free, but then got caught and stripped of the football. Eagers takes it. Only 10 seconds left. I don't think that's time enough for a score. Forward goes Halika. Siren imminent, and there it is. So a low-scoring third term. It was 3 straight behind to Glenorchy, 1 straight goal to Kingborough. They win the quarter 6-3. So they extend their lead to 34 points. Probably the Magpies' best of the evening so far. Probably deserved a goal to show for it. Just couldn't break the damn wall there, could they?
They couldn't, but look, I would be rapt You know, going in at half-time, their defence was under the pump so much in that second quarter, and to come out in the third quarter and do pretty much the same scenario, they locked down players and they actually were getting it in there. Just couldn't quite get the necessary goals that were required, and unfortunately lost the quarter with the one goal that Kingborough got.
Yeah, Molly Mitchell taking the one chance that they really had there, the Tigers. But yeah, Glenorchy, I think, will be very happy with that. They'll be happy if they can produce another effort like that in the last and run this one out. Tigers, I think we certainly expected them to win fairly comfortably this evening, but 34 points. I think the Magpies will be happy with it as it stands. We'll see if they can keep it up into the final term. We'll be back with that one for you shortly.
I sent Fred a message. I'm like, that was so cool, but it's hilarious. You have to go to search that. I thought it was so cool, but I'm like, people love that. Yeah. Yeah, that's stuff. What was wrong with your mic? Was there water in it at the start? Because it was really like, it sounded almost as if it was slim, like to start with. No, last week. Ash thought it was like water.
So back ahead of the final quarter here at KG5. The Kingborough Tigers with the 54-point lead as we get ready for this final term of action. Result well within their keeping. The Magpies, I think, would probably just about be happy of the two teams. Despite that, they've fought pretty hard. And the win, if it does eventuate, going to be soured by an injury to Perry King for Kingborough. Like a pretty bad hamstring injury there, which will surely put her finals campaign in some doubt. Massive blow to the Tigers' premiership hopes. So it could be a bit of a Pyrrhic victory tonight. We're ready to go in the final term here. Magpies had the better of the third term. We'll see if they can match that effort here in the fourth, or whether the Tigers will get back on top as they were for much of the first half. Devine wins it down. The Magpies who go forward, Crack did well to intercept and bursts away immediately. Launches a high ball. Magpies win it back, Appleby. Kicking towards the middle of the ground, spills out the back for Michael. Pins one around the corner. He just ran under it, allows Lockley out the back, who charges inside forward 50. The mark spilled. Ryan had that one. It's cleared away by Halika. Unfortunately for her, it just cleared the paint of 50 before going out. Had it gone inside 50, it would have been fine. Extra metre hurts her.
They've had a couple like that today, unfortunately.
So the Tigers will send it back in. By the boot of Devine. Sets it up in the right direction. Just ran underneath it in the end. Davis with a charge away here under pressure from Bailey. Blasted off the deck right into the knee of Molly Mitchell. Mitchell arriving now. Gathers the football. Umpire's whistle's go on a free kick against Bailey for some interference off the ball. Bird will take the free kick.
Just come up hobbling a little bit too there, Bird.
Looks to take on Bailey, waltzes around her and sends it outside. Defensive 50. Broken up again by Adwogo. Great game today, Priscilla Adwogo. And she flicks one over the top towards Molly Mitchell, working up the ground. High ball from Schultz. Into the middle. Nicely done there by Fine. There's the half forward line, broken up by McIntosh. Umpire though, give McIntosh a free kick. Erica McIntosh gets towards the wing. Michael applying the pressure, might fall for Sokolski. Looks a high ball up and sliding into mark is Halika, who stabs one over the top. It's a good ball. Marking target. Playing on is Fine and driving it just wide of the mark. Through for a minor score. Knocking on the door. Second half of that second goal. The Magpies with it just won't come. Mitchell with the Magpies bodies around her. Davis got there, had it knocked out of her hands. Battle now at ground level. Schulz.
Well, they can tick something off, Glenorchy. This is the highest score they have scored against Kingborough this year, so that's a tick.
It's definitely been their most competitive performance against them, that's for sure. See, could change in the final 15 minutes or so, but certainly looking like that will be the case. And been competitive. Mitchell sends it over the top. Ryan wouldn't sit for her. Handball back. They've lost it though, and Lockley guides it to Bailey, who plucks it with strength ahead of Bird.
got some speed, Lockley.
She does, doesn't she? A really good forward pressure player. There's some bigger goal threats inside the forward 50, but she does a great job applying the pressure. That's a lovely kick from Bailey. Leaves the fence with ease. Dump that one through. And the Tigers hit their first of the final term. So Bailey's third, I think.
Yeah, she's kicked 3 goals, 3. But I'd say Davis has done a fairly good job on it today. I think Davis is on her.
Yeah, her and Bird have been interchanging depending on who's been deepest, I think. But, it's been a case of the ball's been down there so often that defenders are going to have goals kicked on them and still play pretty well, really. I mean, for the amount of supply they've had, I feel like the defence has held up pretty well. Mitchell having a run on the ball here in the second half. The free kick will go the way of the Magpies here. Schultz out of the middle. Sends her side towards the half-forward line. Fine, trying to burst away, but she's stripped of the footy by Dwogo. Not sure there's been anyone better than her out there this evening. Dominant. Eggers' kick was charged out. The speedy Lockley shared it with Eggers. Eggers works it to Mitchell on the outside. Molly Mitchell now driving him inside. Forward 50. Best position though was Davis. Davis's kick will be chopped off by Mitchell. Mitchell plays on immediately. Wheels out to her right. Drives in the Bailey direction. Davis, we got one in the back there from Dalco. And the ball will toss it up. Bird first to the football. Kicks it straight out of play. Mitchell, good player for it to end up in the hands of for the Tigers. From the tightest of angles. Just opts to square it up to the teeth of goal and plucking it nicely is Lindsay Beck. A little quieter in this second half, but was dominant in that first half, Beck. A chance for a goal here to extend the lead out to 45 points. Makes no mistake from the top of the square, Lindsay Beck. Tigers get their second of the final quarter.
Good kick there from Mitchell on the boundary to kick it into the middle of the ground, or centering it off to Beck. And Beck's probably deserved a goal today too. 1 goal too, but was the catalyst in the first half of playing really well and setting up the avenues for the Kingborough Tigers.
Starting to reassert a bit of control over this contest in the final quarter here, the Tigers. 45 points to the good. Devine wins it down. Eggers locks it in. And extract the football. Schultz showing that one down. Full Baldwin could escape. For a third time, they'll battle into the bullseye. Tackle there from Sokolski. Oh, holding.
Yeah, just unfortunately just held on a fraction too long.
Stiff, I reckon, there. Very stiff, Sokolski. Anyway, forward. Those Eggers just blasts it deep or spills out the back. This could be dangerous. Paddle it in the direction of Lockley. Lockley stoops at ground level, wins it out, looking for Mitchell. Mitchell with a good tackle there. No, in the back. High ball towards the paint of 50. Schultz Push it up towards the middle. Bring it into the space and then turning back into her right is Crack. Nice play from Taylor Crack. The Tigers to spring something. Lindsay Beck's just drifted inside 50 all on her own if they can get it one kick further towards goal. Battle on at ground level. Schultz and Dalco fight out a draw. Vine leaves high, but Appleby wins the hit out. Clearing kick. It's gathered by Fine, who thumps it right down the middle looking for Halika, but chopping it off before it could reach was McIntosh. Brought under a spell nicely and then thumps it forward. Eggers tracking the ball. Has some support arriving. The former Mitchell, who was stripped of the football. A wonderful tackle from Barwick. Umpires repel. High ball around the corner, straight to Taylor Crack. Crack kicks it into the player on the mark, but fortunately for her, it bounced right back into her hands. Kick though, broken up by Booth. Tumbling ball towards Fine. It was good below knees, a quick release on the handball. Adwogo doing the defensive work, but the Magpies keep it going forward. Palika takes the marks.
Here's a chance, go, go.
60 from home. He had Adams one-on-one deep. Didn't want to go there. Some bodies back in the way now. She will go in that direction. It's just outpointed there by Abrahams. Read it in the air better. Takes the intercept. She finds Baldwin. Most convincing kick, but it'll turn back inside towards Lockley. Davis arrives on the scene. A long way up the ground. Davis gets the handball release. Lockley has some serious wheels. Jane Lockley kicks it towards Schultz up on the wing. Coming away with it. Appleby with the kick nicely. Stab pass. Just eluded Barwick. Fine. Tries to fend off the tackle of Eggers. Couldn't do so. Eggers gets the free kick. A risky kick and broken up by McIntosh. Fell the way of Mitchell, who punches it right down the middle. Beck working towards the football here. Eventually gathers. Mitchell just held her position well and now has some room to manoeuvre. Closes in on 50, drives it deep, but it was broken up down there by Bird. It's been pretty rock solid down back for the Magpies. Jamie Lee Bird is a wide kick. Find the safety of the line. No, it didn't. Baldwin hoped it wouldn't. It stood on its point and stayed in. Now she's got some work to do. Recovered the situation nicely though, Baldwin. She might get another possession here. Tried to go off the deck. Didn't quite connect as she might have liked. We tossed up. One off hands and play eventually, just in front of the interchange bench, just out of our line of vision from our commentary position, that near boundary line. There's a small issue of the interchange bench being just above the line for us there. Can't quite judge those ones. Devine, stripped by Sokolski. Umpire says high contact. Sakina gets up and gets the ball. Sakina spied Devine in space. That's where she headed. Good kick. Nikes. Shares it with Eggers. Eggers just looks to punch it in deep. Oh, Mark spilled. That'll invite some pressure. Dalco down there. Bird climbs on top. Locks it in. Dalco crunched by Bird. Well, seemingly favours Devine, but it's spilled out the back to Kay. Make the most of the opportunity, and now Michael wants to cut back inside, turned into trouble, and she's pinged for holding the footy. Free kick Sokolski. She worked off it there, was fine. On the outside, gathered by Eggers, umpire spots a hold and pays advantage. Cleared away by Bird. He tossed back into play, half forward, attacking side of the wing for the Magpies. The scoreboard goes out here at KG5. Molly Mitchell puts it across the Cracker, shows some dash there, just fends off the attentions of Burns, drives it forward, found its way through to Beck, no one ahead of her, so just delayed and waited for Ryan. Then the handball took a really unkind bounce, took her all the way to the line in the end, Ryan. Cleverly towed onwards by Bailey. Some nice defensive work from Top Amuhu, and they somehow get out of it with a stoppage. Looked a certain goal coming there for the Tigers. Still might get one as Dalco jumps on it, but just puts it behind the post. Their lead out to 46 points. Bird has run an absolute mile there, but gets away with it. Kicks it straight to Baldwin. Baldwin runs to the paint of 50, blasts it deep inside forward 50, and it trickles out of play.
Do the umpires count the steps when they do that?
They definitely weren't counting the metres there, I can tell you that much. Got a good 25 metres there at least. Get away with it, why not? Charging out of defence there, Bird. One down. Dalco snaps it centrally. Bounces for Bailey. Lost a hold of the football. Flicked back up by Sakina. Umpire blows the free kick the way of the Magpies to Davis. The final couple of minutes of this one. The Tigers, well, they had 4 goals on the board in the opening 10 minutes, I think. Only 4 goals since then, so pretty good job clamping down by the Magpies since then. Tigers pushing hard for a 9th goal here late on, though. They've been probing, and this time they find a mark for Beck. Beck didn't look confident in making the distance, so just squared it up looking for Molly Mitchell. Had 2 to contend with. Davis got there. Mitchell went off the deck. That was going to be a tough ask with the amount of bodies between her and the goal. Went through for a behind anyway. He's capable of magic, is Molly Mitchell, but couldn't quite conjure any that time. Wide ball. She can hands up. She did. Barwick before it went out of play. So it'll be tossed in. Final minute of this one. 47 points the lead. A comfortable win it will be for the Tigers, but the closest of their 3 meetings this season. And the Magpies can certainly see that as progress. They'll be pretty happy with the way they've competed here this evening. They're always going to be up against it. The league has a bit of a top 3, bottom 2 split. Right, says that tackle's fine and we'll toss it up.
Looked a bit of a sling tackle to me.
Down to Baldwin. Her kick didn't go far. Might fall for Crack, who's marauded forward here, the defender. Worked it out to Sakina. Sakina with a flying shot. That misses the lot. And that might just about be that for scoring. So we tick into the final 10 seconds of this one. So it'll be a 47-point victory for the Tigers. Comfortable. But the Magpies certainly battled hard, and they'll be pretty pleased with that work. The Tigers, though, too strong, but the victory certainly marred by what looked a pretty bad hamstring injury to one of the stars of the competition, Perry King, early in quarter number 1. And the final's not far away. That could have major ramifications yet before we sign off for the evening here. Just your final thoughts, Lee, on that game and the performances of the sides.
Oh, look, it was good effort by Glenorchy. Obviously, the last couple of games that they've come in and Kingborough have touched them up, but 47 points. Look, their defence worked exceptionally well under the circumstances, and look, they can hold their head high. They tried hard all the way through. Obviously, there's a big gap in the players and the style, that sort of thing. But look, full credit to them. They fought it out, and yeah, 47 points wasn't too bad.
And look, it's a season where you're kind of looking for that incremental improvement, growth throughout the journey, and kind of closing in previous margins as a sign of progress. So I think the Magpies will be happy with that. Kingborough can bank another 4 points as they run in towards finals. They know they've got bigger fish to fry come September. Andrew Cooling and Lee Griffith, it's been a pleasure bringing this one to you from KG5. Until next time, it's bye for now.